Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Camp Banter episode 32. We'll be starting very shortly, so just hang tight. We will be counting down the top 10 tonight. Post the links.
Oh, Jerry's excited.
This is where it all comes to a dramatic finale, a dramatic end.
Hey Lou, hey Jim.
This
What's
is
up,
also
Lily?
this is also one snazzy graphic you put together, Leon.
You really
Like
outdid
that?
yourself on this one, Leon.
You
Where'd
like
you
that one?
steal it from?
Google.
Looks good though.
It does. It looks fantastic.
I was
Hopefully
looking
we
for.
don't get one of those YouTube demerits.
Yeah, I was looking for just a top 10 logo to include in the regular ones. But this one was so good, I was like, I'll just use this one as the whole background.
I love the Miami concept colors.
Oh yeah.
Willie, stay tuned to find out.
To include in the regular ones. Yeah, well, you gotta watch the show to find out.
Yeah.
Do it for Mikhail. What fitted is number one? Well, there's gonna be 3 different number ones. I do know that.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't peeked at your guys' numbers.
I tried not to look at your guys's. I know I put the slides together, but I did it blindfolded. So hopefully
I was too busy to look at anybody's.
I don't even know if I agree with my own top 10.
Dude, we can get into that in a little bit, but man, this was tough.
It's hard, right? Like,
Yeah.
this is such a. You kind of just have to do it off feeling, right?
Well, that's what it's about. It's feeling. How you feel about the hat.
How you feel about it? How it makes you feel.
I think my number one is going to shock some people, I would say.
I'm excited. All right, you want to roll?
Yeah, let's get going.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to episode 32 of Cap Banter. It's your homie Leon. We're here with Jason and Pierre. We're going to be, I guess it's sort of like a series finale or a season finale, I guess, sort of mini series. We've been counting down this year's top 50 hats released this year. We've been going 10 at a time. We started in November, and hope you guys enjoy top 10. Are you guys pumped? Does it feel like, a lot of work coming to an end now? How you guys feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, I'm kind of nervous. Like, even when I was putting the slides together today and looking at my own top 10, I flipped it, a couple of them, flipped them back, flipped a few more. I mean, this top 10 was really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty set on my top 10, just the ordering, everything like that. It was hard.
And you own every one of the top 10?
I actually do own yes.
Okay.
I do own every single one of my top 10.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Pierre, you definitely own your top 10, right? You got them all.
I own my top 50.
Okay. All right, no problem. No misses.
So I own my top 50, but yeah, this was fun, man. I think I think it kind of forced me to a place to look and make sure that I was balanced throughout, and I think the top 10 kind of represents a good cross section of hats. It's not all it's not all hat club. It's not all baseball. Like it's a good mix. So I don't know. I thought it was a fun experience kind of putting it together. I think it's putting me in a place where I'm going to continue to look at hats slightly differently. And probably maintain a list going throughout the next year. Just because I think not only for myself, but also to make sure I'm giving credit to those folks that are putting out this great stuff, like, maybe monthly doing a top 10. And then, all culminates into, I don't know, maybe next year we're doing a top 100. Who knows? We can kind of talk about that. But I think if we stay super like organized and keep the excitement going, we could very well be doing a top 100 next year.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've been doing some stuff on your IG. I noticed like cap of the week, assist of the week, cap of the day, that kind of stuff. So
yeah, every day, cap of the day. Yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean it was the best cap.
No,
it's just something that I wanted to kind of shine a light on that day. And then there's the cap of the week, and then also I do assist or assists of the week. So if someone helps me get a hold of something or points me in the right direction, I make sure I'm shouting those folks out too.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, let's get in it.
Already, huh? Okay.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Why wait, right? This is what the people came for.
That's right.
So we're going to be doing a little bit different this time. Instead of one person doing their whole list, we're all doing 10 at the same time and then 9 at the same time and so on and so on. So you'll get everyone's caps as they come. So number 10. Jason.
My number 10. And that's the Oakland Raiders. I'm actually wearing it right now. And this is more of a placeholder for this entire USFL collection that came out from Hat Club. I think it was this summer. Just love seeing these old logos that basically aren't used anymore. It's been 35 plus years that the USFL has been around. And these went quick. This was one of the first insider access that Hat Club did. And I think most, like half of them didn't even make it to general release. So I was lucky enough to get one of the Oakland Invaders. Just love this logo. It's just a fantastically well done hat.
Yeah, I thought that whole collection was great. I mean, they have some really cool logos. I think even some of the ones that people thought were weaker, I still thought were fantastic. So,
yeah,
the Generals was great, right?
Dude, that one flew. Like,
well, I think it's because of the connection to Herschel Walker, who probably was like, he was like the face of the USFL, right? I mean,
yeah,
in my opinion, like he was one of those guys, but that's probably why that one sold so well. But those logos are super cool, and they all look like they fit in the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That retro feel. I think a lot of people scrambled to get them because they didn't know when and if they would ever be available for purchase again. So
yeah, there were some teams that they didn't have the rights to,
right?
But still, I mean, fantastic collection.
Yeah, good choice. Number 10, the Ogden Raptors. So Jason gave me a little shit when he saw this in my list. So what happened was I originally had the other version as number 10, which had a gold circle from Hat Heaven. But when Brian from Hat Heaven names a hat after you, you do the little switcheroo because I was able to score on this. This hat actually dropped yesterday. Was it yesterday? I didn't know, my days all mixed up. I think you can still buy it.
Yeah, there's still quite a few sizes available.
Yeah, but as soon as I saw the original with the red Raptor, I was like, damn, this is a must get. And as soon as it hit online, it flew. So he did a restock with a little bit of a twist. So, color mashup, speaks like the Toronto Raptors, but it's an Ogden Raptor. I love, the mashup. So this is a great hat. Great hat.
Yeah, I think this one's fantastic. I mean, these minor league logos, we all know, they're all like crazy good. I mean, I think this stuff gets slept on so much, but this one's fantastic with that kind of that color flip. But the Ogden Raptors, like any colorway you do this in, it's gonna be fantastic. And Brian from Hat Heaven has done some really cool minor league color flips, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's done a lot,
great.
done a lot with the Durham Bulls. He did some stuff with the Scottsdale Scorpions. There's a lot of stuff that he's done with minor league stuff that I think is super cool. Keep the minor leagues coming, man, because that's the stuff that kind of differentiates some of these hat vendors from one another.
Yeah, and I just saw today that the entire Pioneer League, which Ogden is part of, is going to be saved. They're going to be an independent league moving forward with a partnership with Major League Baseball. So that's pretty awesome. Cool. Ogden's actually moving to Northern Colorado, so this logo will be put on ice for at least 5 years. So go grab it while you can.
Damn.
So my number 10 comes from Hat Club / Old Clink Room, and the brain and the mind behind this was Chris Cox of Hillside Goods. So this is one of the first Hat Club caps that I saw from the Design Collective, where I was so impressed by the embroidery work that I had to get a second. So I had to get two. I had to get a second of this hat, one to save and one to wear. But this hat the colors are just so great. And the one thing you can't see here is a New Era flag, but the colors go so well together. The logo is simple and clean. I love that Kelly green under. There's something about green with orange and navy that just looks so good. So this cap easily from a Design Collective perspective is one of my favorites of all time. But just, I don't know, man, there's something about Chris Cox and what he does with this simple kind of design that he's known for. I mean, every one of his hats that he's done with Hat Club have been super simple designs, but powerful. So coming in at number 10, Chris Cox of Hillside Goods, coming in at number 10.
We all had a version of this logo in our top 50.
Yeah.
So that's saying a lot.
Yeah. I was just going to point that out. I think this is like the only hat that I can think of offhand that was on all three of our lists. I mean, Jason and I had the navy and the gray. But it's interchangeable. I could easily went with this one. I went last second with the gray. May have been or might not have been the right choice.
This colorway to me blows away the other one. Yeah, they're both great, but like that the orange popping off of that blue is just different.
I agree. This one stands out more. I just went with gray just for a random intangible in my head, like everyday wearability. So that's why I went gray. But regardless, the design is flawless. The hat is amazing. So shout out to Chris. He did a great job.
Yeah, and for those that are watching, go check out our interview with Chris Cox. That's the cool thing about having this stuff up on YouTube. You can go back and you can kind of see some of the interviews we've done. He talks about he talks a lot about this logo, shows off some of his sketches. But also there is like a funny story behind this one where I believe was it ecapcity that released it in a snapback.
In a snapback, yeah.
And they weren't supposed to. And he has a few of those kind of hanging around. But really cool interview, good guy. Go check out the interview if you guys get a chance.
And I know we pretty much only talk 5950s, but I think he just released a couple toques yesterday or today. So check them out.
We have them in hand. I'm gonna post them. I'll post them either tonight or tomorrow morning too.
Mm-hmm. So for the Americans who don't know,
stocking hats.
They're called stocking hats.
Okay. That's what we call them in the Midwest. Other people call them beanies or knits or
beanies don't have the fold though.
Yeah.
So he's got the fold and the pom pom. So over here they're called toques. So I don't know. Whatever. Number 9.
Number 9, is the Astoria Pirates from Team Collective Caps, division of Sports Teamworks. I just absolutely love this logo. Being a child of the 80s, nothing screams 80s more than the Goonies. Just absolutely love this logo. I was glad Kevin was able to release it this year. I know it was on pre-order for a while. So I love the colors. I love the eyelets being yellow, the button being yellow, the under visor being yellow, and just an awesome all-around logo. Yeah,
this one was really cool, man. I mean, This one kind of caught me by surprise. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did, but once I got it in hand, I absolutely love this hat.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique logo. I think he first showed us when he was working on it, but I think like 3 years ago for an actual baseball team. I was really, really surprised when I saw it come back. So it was good for me because I ended up grabbing it on the way back. So yeah, this has been a hat I've been coveting for about 2 or 3 years now. So good job, Kev.
Yep.
Number 9, Jtips Infrared, the first edition Subway Series. I could have easily put the 2000, the recently released one, but I didn't have the pictures in time. But it's just something about this color, the infrared. You know, sometimes it looks orange, sometimes it looks red, sometimes it looks pink. But great job overall with Justin and Jtips. It's a great hat. Resale value is crazy on the first edition. Like I never really went and saw a lot of hats hit StockX until I mean, like the usual suspects, you would see some like Supreme stuff, Fear of God, that kind of stuff normally hits, but like a Hat Club hat hit StockX, that was kind of weird to me. But
yeah,
it is. They did a great job.
It's I don't know. I saw the prices get to what, like $300 or something on this thing.
Yeah, it was crazy. I do think the recent one is better than this though.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
The Mets one is nice too.
Yeah. Yes. The Mets one's very nice.
I mean, they're great looking hats. I love the bright colors are really nice.
Yeah, it's a unique color. You don't see it utilized too often. I mean, I think people describe it as salmon, but I don't even know. Like, what would you guys classify this closest as? Orange, pink, or red?
I think it's closer to a pink, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jay?
Pink, but it also depends what other colors it's paired up with too. Like,
like this hat. Like
this hat, I would say it's a really dark pink.
Yeah, I'm closer to orange or even closer to red. I don't know. It's so hard, and it looks different in every freaking picture. I feel like, but
depends on the lighting, honestly.
Yeah. But Jtips number 9.
Yeah, so my number 9 is coming out of New Era, Japan. This to me was better than the black version. So there was a black version that had the LA on the front. There's something about, listen, I'm not going to wear a white cap, but this thing is absolutely gorgeous. It's got that raised embroidery Dodgers in the front with Jackie's signature below it. It comes with that pin. And I love the Baseball Hall of Fame side patch, and also the Kelly green under. To me, this is just a really good looking hat that commemorates Jackie Robinson the right way. Again, this one's kind of in a protective sleeve for me. It's certainly not going to be worn. But just I love everything Jackie Robinson, but this one was a standout of the year for me. Beautiful hat. Great player it commemorates, and it's done the right way. So coming at number 9, the Jackie Robinson Dodgers cap from New Era, Japan.
I think this is Korea.
Oh, Korea, my fault. Yeah, that came via Hoon.
Yeah,
Korea.
This one I feel tells a story better than the one I picked, but just wearability and then the signature on the black version, just had it at like a little bit ahead. But this one definitely tells to me it's more of a collector's piece, and it tells the story of Jackie Robinson more than the black version of the LA, because I don't even think he played for LA, right?
No, this just looks better to me.
Yeah, I would agree on that point.
But the undervisor, I do like the undervisor touch on the because the black version, the undervisor with the Jackie Robinson signature, the Jackie Robinson signature on that looks like he actually took a Sharpie and signed it, which I thought was really cool. But to me, like the way that just aesthetically this hat looks better.
Yeah, it's funny too. It's like we rush to buy these hats to get them so fast and to get them in our size, but we know in our back of our head these are probably never going to get worn. But they once we saw them, we knew. So we phoned up Hoon. I think that was one of our first deliveries via the Hoon Express. So it led to many more shipments. So Shout out to Hoon. Great collection. Crazy
Yeah.
that they didn't release it over here. Being
I was just gonna
Jackie
say
Robinson's 100-year.
New
Would have been
Era
his 100th
Korea
birthday.
killed this whole collection, and then New Era
It's absolutely ridiculous.
New Era US doesn't even release it. So
that's ridiculous, right? I mean, listen, this is an American icon, right? And we can't find a way to get these things sold domestically. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and it was his 100th year. It would have been his 100th birthday, right? This year, I think.
Yeah, that would be about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like New Era Korea has the best ones. It's insane. It's insane.
There's two players in Major League Baseball history that I feel should be commemorated constantly and represented both in cap form, any other way that you can represent them, and it's Jackie and it's Roberto Clemente. Those two players, in my opinion, should constantly be commemorated the right way. And you know what, New Era, get your act together and get these things in the U.S. store, for God's sakes, and do something for Roberto Clemente too.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Clemente needs a legit hat.
And I'm not talking about a capture the flag that 25 of them are made. I'm talking like a real.
Boogaloo's got like half the stock in the world of the Clemente capture the flag.
So number 8 is Mississippi Braves custom from Hat Heaven. This is the one that I was really questioning should be in the top 10, my top 10 or not. But I do remember when I first saw this thing, I knew it was an immediate need for me. Just taking that Mississippi Braves logo, changing up the colors enough to make it look like a Milwaukee Braves. It just really spoke to me. So this one is just more of a gut feeling. I really like this hat. I don't know if it's really a top 10 hat of the year, but it is one of my favorite 10 hats of the year. So that's why it's sitting here at number 8. I love the colors and the idea behind this hat.
Yeah, I remember when I first saw this hat. It was someone was in a store. It was Caps Unlimited, which is Hat Heaven's retail locations,
right,
and was showing these off via video. And I was like, gosh, I got to have that. So this is a great hat, man. I don't know. It didn't make my top 50, but I think this is a fantastic hat. What I love is when these places like Hat Heaven and stuff do these alternate colorways on minor leagues, such like the Ogden Raptors. It also has like a gray under, which I appreciate. I love to have some caps with gray unders from the minor leagues because I get the on-field black thing, but I love seeing these gray under minor league caps.
Yeah, I looked at a sleeve of some of the new MILB stuff that we picked up, and they're all black nasties. But for the price, you can't argue. But
well, they're on fields, so
yeah. But who knows? Maybe next year a hat like this won't make Jason's top 50 because this is a hat without a side patch. So we'll see. We'll see if next year how many of those he'll have.
Well, Jason's wearing side patches now, so
that's what I'm saying. So maybe this hat doesn't even crack his top 50.
Yeah. Because now it's gonna the field's gonna be wide open now.
Yeah.
I looked at every single hat that came out this year. So.
I know, but you made this list before. Yeah, you were converted to
the floodgates have busted open.
What those people call a hype beast now.
I'm a hype beast now.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. We'll see.
But great hat, Brian. Keep it up.
Yeah. Number 8, the Marshy. I was so mad when I missed this one. I was so glad that they restocked it. Other people were glad that other places restocked it, so that's cool too. Yeah. I get the feeling. Even though it's a mismatched logo, the front logo is not the same as the side logo. Something about that copper and the blue with the red. It's a gray under too. This screams NoHo. So I believe one of the workers there, Marshy, had something to do with either picking the colors or suggesting the hat. I don't know exactly the story behind it, but everyone knows this as Marshy's cap. So number 8, great hat.
So it is a great hat.
That copper and sky blue look so nice together. I can't get over that logo.
Yeah. And I'm not even a fan of that Angels logo, but that hat's great. So I correct me if I'm wrong. This came from where? New Era, Japan?
So the original one was a Yankee one. Then that was from New Era Japan, but then New Era Europe released
That's right.
the Dodgers and the Red Sox.
Yeah, I wish I had more pictures to show everybody of this one. I do have it over here, but this was a fantastic hat. The LA one and the Boston one were both tremendous caps. I went with Boston obviously because I'm a Red Sox fan. But this one has a layout of the city. It's got the flower on the front. This is a fantastic all-around cap. Great quality. Again, this is one that I had to size up on because of that embroidery work, but this cap is absolutely tremendous. And I don't know. I think this stuff, we may not see a lot more of this, with MLB caps with that all around thing. That's one of the trends of the year that I'm not certain to stick around much longer, in my opinion, but certainly a great cap and coming in at number 8 on my top 10.
Great. We might have to check the date on this. This might be a 2019 release.
Yeah, it might have been.
Hat.
Great hat. Hold on. If we're doing this list, I think one of the things that I did was we had January 1st, and this landed to me sometime I think in February.
Mm-hmm. Because I want to say you guys grabbed them on Black Friday last year.
Yeah, it's still within the 1 year window.
Yeah, we're arguing semantics.
And I'm not sure you're accurate about that date.
Okay. It's still, regardless, still an amazing hat. I would take this over the local icons.
For sure.
That hat club did.
I'm just wondering when they'll be coming out with an Iowa Cubs version of this.
Yeah, I don't know.
The map of Des Moines on there.
How much corn can you fit on one hat?
A lot.
Yeah. All right. Number 7.
The only clink room to crack my top 10. And this is the one hat that I don't actually have yet in my top 10, but it's on its way. The Sammy by our own Pierre and Jay Matz. Is that right?
Yeah, Jay Matz. So we worked on this one together, yeah.
And I love the story behind it. Tribute to your dog, and the logo, the halo chain, just an absolutely great looking hat.
I'm excited to see what this is like in hand. It should be landed soon.
It should be, anytime now, really.
Yeah, this one is one I'm really anticipating. I'm excited for. And in the comments, it looks like Leon, you're definitely wrong about the Black Friday date. So, just because you didn't get yours when we did, that's probably a little bit of bitterness on your part, trying to correct me for something that you're actually wrong about. So
we'll see. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is 2019, but whatever, it's all good.
Whatever.
Yeah, great hat, Sammy. Clink room. They just keep coming out every week. 5 or 6 new things that you want to buy. This was right.
It's funny.
Right in the thick of it.
It's funny. Someone in the comments is saying this should have a walnut under. That actually was. That's actually something that Jay Matz ran by me and said, "Hey, would you do like a brown under?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not." So we went with a gray under, but it's funny that you bring that up because that's probably where my hatred of walnut started, is when that was presented to me. But Jay Matz did an excellent job with this, and the only thing I didn't like is when he suggested a walnut under.
Yeah, I'm super excited to get this one in hand. So
I always remember when you asked me what I thought of it with the edit, and then when I saw that halo with the chains, my mind was like completely blasted. So that was great.
Casey wanted me to take the bones out from the back, and I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. So great hat, great. Tells a great story. You guys killed it. So I can't wait to get mine. So the Sammy by Clinker. Number 7, Manolo X PBJ X Hat Club. So I guess this is a collaboration between Hat Club and Prototype, which is Manolo's company. Paint the town blank pink, pink under, from the Manolo Pack. These hats, they couldn't barely keep them in stock. They didn't do a pre-order on them. They just announced that they designed another 8. But this one was the one that kind of stood out to me the most as an Atlanta pack. I don't know, it's really reminded me of that hat that Usher wore in that music video. But yeah, navy, tonal, pink under. The patch is crazy. But yeah, I think this one's far and ahead. The best hat out of the Manolo pack. What do you guys think?
I think Jason's going to disagree, but I think this is the best cap in that pack. I think, it's interesting because I have like this affinity right now for those all the right caps too that are blacked out and have colorful UV and color on the patch, and the squatchy is the same color as the undervisor. This is kind of along the same lines, honestly. So I'm really into these right now. This one is navy though, but I'm really into these. I like that look where it's all blacked out and then, got that colorful patch and the colorful undervisor. This one to me is, I don't know, just so smooth, man. And this isn't in my top 50 because I extracted Hat Club collections from my top 50 and did those separately at the beginning. This one would have been probably my number 2 or 3 cap of the year if it was included in the master list. But I think it's a tremendous hat, man. Looks great. Looks great.
I agree. I absolutely love this hat. He just did a fantastic job on this entire collection, telling stories with each and every one. He had a reason for every single color choice and the patches and the undervisors and the logos. So fantastic job on Manolo, and I can't wait to see what else is next.
Yeah, so my number 7 is it's walnut brown, but it's not the undervisor. Yeah. So when I first saw this San Diego cap, I'm like, my God, man, I love this 1978 All-Star Game patch. There's something, it's flat embroidery, but I just absolutely love the way it looks. The icy blue one's nice too. But it's certainly not as nice as this one. This is an unbelievable cap. I mean, just, it's so simple, but it looks beautiful. The Houston Astros one was pretty sharp too, but I take this one over that. There's something about the simplicity of this one. It's not an overpowering side patch. It's a rather small side patch, but that brown with the pink UV is tremendous. So coming at number 7, the San Diego Padres 1978 All-Star Game, walnut with pink under. Great cap.
The brown and pink color combo might be, in my opinion, the most underrated combo of the year. Every time a retailer drops a hat in this color combo, it's gone immediately.
Yep. Yeah.
It's just fantastic.
They snuck the Friar in there, so you can't go wrong with a little bit of
the
Friar on a brown hat. I know when we did the top 10 All-Star Game collection countdown with me and you, Pierre, I think you had this as number 1. It actually swayed me into pre-ordering it. So when they finally ship it, I might have this hat. They also did a blue version, I think, pretty recently. Do you prefer the blue version to this? It's like the same hat, but with the icy blue under instead of.
I brought that up as I was describing this hat. That there was an icy blue version, but this is the one that I there's something about the pink with the brown that I think looks sharper. I do like the icy blue too, but this is a cap I've worn probably 10 times, and for me that's rare.
Nice.
Yeah, and going back, so I just saw something in the comments. Going back to the paint, the town pink cap. You're right, Al. Rally House is doing some tonal work like that too. The one difference between Rally House and what you're seeing from all the right is the squatchy color. Does not match the undervisor on the Rally House versions. The Rally House versions have just the same color squatchy as the crown.
Right. Number 6, I got the Market Zero from Over Your Head and Adam up there. I'm a huge Big Lebowski fan. was scrambling to grab the first version that he did with the dude, but then he came out with this Walter's Kochek, I can't even remember the name, but I love this logo. How he made bowling pins out of the character. The colors are awesome. And then when you pre-ordered this one, you actually got a pair of those yellow aviator glasses as well. Adam does a great job of extras. Just one of my absolute favorite hats of the year.
I think he did dog tags too, I believe.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. No one beats Adam in the extra game. Like you get so much cool stuff with the hats. I usually don't like the off-color stitching on the brim.
Yeah.
But it works well on this one. So
absolutely.
Great hat. I think he's done like 3 or 4 runs of these things. He can't keep these in stock.
I don't even like the movie, but the hats are. I'm not even into the movie, but the hats are tremendous.
I hope he keeps it going. He's teased in the past that he might do a 3rd version.
I keep hearing that.
So, keep it up, Adam. Good stuff. Number 6, Pittsburgh Pirates Pink Martini. This one edged out the green eggs and ham, which I thought would have done higher, but then I guess when I really broke it down, I had the Pink Martini higher than the green eggs. Something about the iridescent stitching. They didn't use the hyper pink in the side patch. It's great. It's a great hat. I can't get enough of the Jolly Roger. It's just it's a cool logo you don't see too often. But yeah, Pink Martini. I didn't think it'd be this high, but it's just a solid hat.
So the green eggs and ham version was in your top 52, right?
Yes. I think it fell like around 15, around like it was last week. Last week.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nope. The Jolly Roger's great, and I love when they take the head scarf and change the color of it to match the unders and the side patches and stuff.
Yeah, I think the Martini collection was underrated in general.
Yeah. They didn't do a pre-order for it, right? They never did a pre-order?
Yeah. No, I think, didn't they drop this one all at once?
I feel like this was right when Campfire came out.
And, it was right around the same
candy.
time.
It was all like a
but they weren't stuff. No, but I think this collection and the Campfires, they were in stores, right? The Martinis were in stores. That's one of the first ones that we saw show up in stores first.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
It's all a blur.
Martinis were the ones were before Campfire, I believe, and they were showing up in stores first, and that was where we got our introduction, because I think that's when COVID restrictions were lifted a little bit, and stores were open, and some of these Martinis were in stores first.
Ooh.
Yeah, so coming in number 6 for me, this thing John Jay and the My Fitteds team put together. This thing blew the doors off, man, because once I got this in store and posted it, people were going nuts. And I think this is one of the hats that was most like sought after once it was seen, because I had people hit me up all day asking, what time is it dropping? When's it dropping? When's it dropping? They're reaching out to My Fitteds. And this thing, it just pops. I mean, you've got the feather on the front with that gold outline, that like butter yellow bottom, and that Hank Aaron patch. This thing is absolutely beautiful. It's not a hat that I'm going to wear any other time but the summer and spring, but this thing is incredible. God, it's like a masterpiece in hat form, and I think like this could be done, even if it was done in navy with that same exact yellow under, it would be fantastic.
That'd be great.
No, I suggested it to him. I said, listen, man, let's get this thing out in another colorway. Like, let's do it, man. Because I'm telling you, man, this thing is a winner. Beautiful hat. I'm so excited to have had that in the collection. And I don't know, man, he just nailed it with the colors on this.
Yeah, that side patch. They didn't use it enough. There's not enough Hank Aaron stuff out there. I think there's two that they can go with. This one's probably the better of the two, but you can't go wrong with a Hank Aaron side hit. Good stuff. My fitteds.
Number 5 for me, Hat Heaven appearing again with the Oneonta White Tigers. I love how he just basically reversed the colors of this logo. And this is a logo you don't see very often, if ever. So I jumped on the chance to grab this one. Just love how this thing turned out with that orange against the navy. That tiger just crawling through the logo there. Had he dropped his Lakeland White Tiger earlier in the year, that might have replaced this one. But that one just came out yesterday. So, just love this logo and the concept behind it.
Yeah, this is a great one. I don't know which one you guys like better, this one or Lakeland.
It's hard to say because I'm mad at myself because I slept on this one. I hesitated, and everyone in the group chat bought it except for me. So I got caught a little FOMO, but I did not miss the Lakeland one.
If I had seen them at the exact same time, I would probably go with the Lakeland one.
Yeah.
Just because of the Old English L.
Yeah, I was going to say the L looks more like the Detroit D. Like they just kind of chop the top off, kind of.
Yeah.
But they're both amazing hats.
Yeah, they're both great hats.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Lakeland too.
Yep.
Yeah. But the shock value of this was huge when they dropped it. I was like, holy shit. I mean, the Lakeland, we were already used to it because we saw this one. And it'd probably be great to have the pair. But yeah.
He does some really cool, subtle shit. Like, he's got like remember the Orioles cap he did? And he did it, he called it like the Black Crow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like, do you guys remember that?
Yep.
Like, he does some really cool stuff, just alters a few things and just, I don't know, there's a real cool factor to what he does. And there's no side patches on a lot of these hats that we're talking about.
Yeah.
This one, Lakeland, that Baltimore Orioles cap I'm talking about, he's managed to create a cool factor around hats without side patches, which I think is a rarity right now.
He does a great job of making a fashion cap, but almost look like it should be an on-field. If that makes any sense. It looks like this could be worn on the field, but with the changes, it's technically a fashion cap. So
right.
He does a lot of cool stuff like that. A lot of the powder blue stuff, same thing.
Yep.
He does great work with.
I remember him telling me about 10 months ago when we first started talking to Brian directly. He's like, powder blue is the color of the year, and he's been pounding us with, and he wasn't wrong.
No,
he wasn't wrong.
Yeah, like 6 teams incorporated, like MLB teams incorporated powder blue randomly this year. I know the Blue Jays went powder blue, but a lot of teams.
The Texas Rangers did.
Yeah. A lot of teams went to
which is unusual, right? Minnesota Twins, another one.
Yeah. So he wasn't wrong. He followed suit with making a bunch of stuff. That Durham Bulls he released powder blue.
Yeah.
I picked that one up. I love that hat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 5, Tony Ross. So this one is pretty much a color flip. So Tony's released the Reaper and the Astronaut, which is pretty much like a collab with Dave. So what he did was he took the Reaper logo and he put it on the colorway of the Astronaut, and he took the Astronaut colorway and put it on the Reaper. But what kind of sets this hat apart for me is the extras. It came with a freaking action figure. I don't know how he worked it in the price. He hand sculpted it. He poured the mold and he hand painted them, and they're individually numbered. The scythe is actually made out of wood, with the hand painted. I don't even know how he does all this stuff. The packaging looks crazy, but yeah, the Reaper version 2. I couldn't tell you how many people cried to me asking for more stuff, but Chris has coined the term, don't sleep on a Tony Ross project. Whenever Tony Ross does like a singular hat, you do not want to miss it because you will regret it because he doesn't make extras. So he's currently working on the the extras for the astronaut. When you guys see that, your heads will, your minds will be blown. So, yeah, don't sleep on Tony Ross. What more can I say?
When I first saw the extras for this hat, I was like, holy crap. He just, I mean, that's like a Hasbro G.I. Joe from my childhood.
Yeah.
But with on a hat that he handmade, hand painted. Just fantastic job, Tony.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Wait, the next one for the Ash. I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to give away. I don't want to steal his thunder. But the next one, oh my god, just wait for that one.
So coming at number 5 is not necessarily a Martini, because this one was released by JustFitted. So a little backstory on this one. This one didn't make the cut, the time cut for Hat Club. This I saw on JustFitted prior to the Martinis actually dropping completely with Hat Club, and I had to get it because I was worried, because I'm like, shit, is this gonna be one of the ones that didn't make the cut? And I was right, it didn't make the cut. So I I ended up lucking out here, because I would have missed out on this cap. And it's funny because I was talking to John from Hat Club, and he was like, he was messaging me to apologize that there was gonna be no Red Sox cap in the Martini collection, because it didn't make the cut. And I was like, don't worry, man, it's already on its way from JustFitted. So I know, I love Hat Club, I love what they do, but I also love the fact that JustFitted's put this out, so I had the opportunity to grab it, because this, to me, the colors are just incredible, man. There's something about this Martini collection, again, that I think was underrated. That pink with the olive is just a tremendous color combination. I love, this is not even because I'm a Red Sox fan. You guys know that I'll buy caps of any team for the most, even the Yankees, I've bought a few. But there's something about the Hanging Sox logo, to me, that's just fantastic. You can do so many different things with it from a color perspective. It just looks great. And it's no different on this one. That 100-year Fenway Park anniversary patch is great too, because you can also alter the color of the Sox there. Just a great cap, man. I'm so happy that I swooped in and picked it up, because I would have been really upset if I didn't, because Hat Club didn't get a chance to get this one out.
This pairing between the front logo and the side patch is almost like a perfect pairing. You can pretty much run these two logos in any number of color combos, and it would work work well.
Yep.
But yeah, we definitely we got to put together one of these one day, me and you, Pierre, so we can take a stab at it. But it definitely will be a fun hat to make, that's for sure. Practice.
Yep. Speaking of Hanging Sox, I know this isn't a new hat. I know it's been released before, but it's new to me. I've only been collecting seriously for maybe 4 years. And in that time, this has been probably the closest thing to what some would consider a grail for me. And as soon as I saw it was coming from Hat Club, I made sure to get like 3 people trying to grab it for me. And luckily I was able to grab it. So but the AI practice hat is what I'm dubbing it. Everybody knows this hat from that video or rant of his, that news conference, and the story behind the news conference too, man. Like why he was so upset had to do with more of his friend dying and everything like that than the actual practice or anything question itself. But outside of the sports world, I mean, this hat is just iconic to me, and I had to have it as soon as I saw it.
And it looks old.
Yeah,
it does.
It screams like early 2000s.
It does, man.
I don't even remember if the other one the Hat Club did has a white guts. Did this recent one have white guts?
This is the one from April.
Yeah.
White guts.
White guts. I don't remember if the other one does. I gotta look. I'm curious now. I didn't even try to catch this because I caught it on the original time it released. So great hat. I know a lot of people are salty that they couldn't get.
I mean, this is one of those hats that they should just always have in stock and just constantly keep hitting reorder on it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think yearly. I think maybe
yearly. Sure.
Yearly, yeah. Because I think that this, you don't also. I'm a little selfish in this respect, I guess. I don't want it to lose that nostalgic, like kind of cool feel. Sure. And if it's just always thrown out there, it's not going to have that same effect. Like, this is also like kind of like the design of what I want to see on that J Dilla cap,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I talk about that one all the time.
Piping.
Yeah. I think that J Dilla cap would be fantastic too.
It's got to be a real special occasion for you to throw on a hat with this much piping on it. That's just me.
I'll wear this. I doubled up on this. I wear this from time to time.
Yeah, this is an everyday type wear for me. Although luckily I have enough hats that I don't need to wear it every day because I don't want it to get ruined. But yeah, I have no problem wearing this to the grocery store.
Yeah, I just feel like this gray gets dirty real easy. This is like a couple shades off from white. It's a beautiful cap. I love this hat, but for me, I want to keep mine kind of pristine just because of nostalgia factor, and who knows when it'll come back.
Right.
It took like 3 or 4 years for this hat to make its reappearance. So,
yep.
Great hat, cool concept. Good job, Hat Club. Number 4, Colorado Rockies alternate pink bottom. This is a great hat. It took a while for them to restock this. I think this was a NoHo only, or if not, it was like a really early in the run. As soon as
this started as a NoHo only. So
okay,
it was in that same batch with like the Cardinals,
64 Cardinals. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was in that batch. And then obviously it caught fire, and then it showed up again later. But I actually skipped out on this one the first time I saw it, which is now that I look back at it, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking?
Mm-hmm.
This mountain range is, God, it's an incredible logo.
Yeah, this hat could have easily been number 1. It slid to 4 at the last second. I was really battling the top 4 really, but this could have easily been my hat of the year. Great hat.
They really just need to dump their CR logo and adopt this as their primary one.
Yeah. Do you see any difference between this one and the glow in the dark, Pierre? I mean, the glow in the dark pretty much looks the same, right?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah. Same thing. But the glow in the dark has a gray under.
Okay. Versus pink. That's interesting. Yeah, I still rank this one over the glow then. Yeah, good point.
So coming at number 4 for me is like, oh God, when I got a hold of this cap, I couldn't stop talking about it. And I don't know if the picture really does it justice, but this 1991 World Series side patch Minnesota Twins cap to me is just absolutely incredible. It's got that urban camo under. It's got that beautiful silver threading on the M for Minnesota. Just, I don't know, man, this cap, for some reason, it just really stuck to me. This thing is a winner. Again, John Jay from My Fitteds and his team putting together some heat. And, I want to just say, too, those guys have been doing this for a long time. They're not new to like alternate under visors and all that kind of stuff. They've been doing this kind of stuff for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is a tremendous representation of the great stuff they were putting out all year. And even more so the last 5 or 6 months, if you've been paying attention, they've been doing some really cool shit. And this hat to me is just beautiful.
Yeah. I really hope they bring this one back, maybe with some different teams or whatever, but just the style with that silver front logo and that urban camo under. Yeah. It's a great concept. And I'm surprised we haven't seen him run it back with some more teams.
Yeah. You can easily do this with any number of teams.
Any team.
Right.
And you do this with some NFL teams too. I think it would look awesome.
Yeah.
NFL, you have seen urban camo unders on NFL caps. I don't know, man. There's something about this one.
Yeah. The silver's like really subtle because it's against white, but it really works well.
Yeah, I love that silver pop on the front.
Like it's very bold to go white outline on a silver because they're so close, but he knocked it out of the park.
They don't miss an awful lot, man.
Not lately, they haven't.
Because this could be a logo when you're mocking it up or you're putting it together. It won't have that like pop because you always want to outline a light color with a dark color.
Yeah, but you know what? When you have a veteran, right? The guy's a veteran.
Yeah.
So what I mean by like when a veteran is a guy who's been doing it for a long time and he can translate this stuff in his head. So he can take a mock-up and understand what it's going to look like in hand because he's been doing it for so long. That's the craftsmanship you can't put a price on because you can't just go find someone off the street that knows this the way John Jay does. It's in his head. He knows what's going to look like in hand, and he's usually right. Look at that purple Kush hat he did. The Yankees one. You see that thing, it's like that thing's a winner too. And I hate the Yankees.
Yeah. Locker Room did the LA version, and it still looks great.
Yep.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Number 3 for me, and this is more of just a nod to Noble North's overall collection or year they had, but the sneaky blinders. I love the concept behind this. Taking the peaky blinders and putting a little wildlife spin on it, and then the real treat on this one, and I didn't throw it in the image, but is that foxtail new Noble North logo that he did on the back hit. But this is a fantastic logo. And Noble North does some great stuff. So keep it up, Ryan, and I can't wait to see what's coming out from you next year.
I love that he hid the razor blade above the brim. Getting hit with one of those hats with a razor blade in it, I couldn't even imagine. Like, damn, man, these guys are savages. But I like how you kind of snuck that in there. Little razor blade action for you.
No, this is a really cool hat, man, and there's that color just goes so well together. It looks like a plaid.
It does.
Like that's the color. That's a combination that you would see in a plaid shirt. You know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Works really well.
God, I just completely lost what I was going to say with this one.
Similar color palette to the Hillside Goods Sea Devils with the navy, the green, the blue, the orange. They work really well together, so it's interesting.
Yeah. Now I remember what I was going to say. If you weren't a VIP or on his VIP email list, you probably missed out on this hat. This is one of the first times I've seen a hat basically sell out in his VIP window before it even got to public release. So love this thing.
By the time I was considering it, it was already gone. So good job. Good job, Ryan.
Yeah, me too.
Number 3, this one snuck in here because I couldn't count properly. My top 10, I only had 9 hats left somehow. So I guess I built in a spot for, I guess, me messing up. And so I threw this one in. This is a very recent release, Cookies and Cream, Chicago Cubs. We've seen this hat now release with the blue with the pink bottom and then the green with the icy, but this was the first one that kind of made it out the gate. Solid hat.
Yeah, I think this, the first time that we were reintroduced to the 1990 All-Star Game logo was in that All-Star Game collection. Not the icy and pinks. I'm talking the regular gray and greens. So people got a load of that side hit and they're like, oh my God, this thing is freaking crazy. Right. Then they come out with this hat. Cotton Candy had it, but a lot of people were turned off, including you were turned off by the fact there was a black outline on the banner below that says All-Star Game. But I think at the end of the day, this one ended up being the true winner. as time kind of went on, this thing is just perfect. This is a perfect cap.
I think this was one of the only times where I forced our whole group chat to buy this hat without getting permission. I was like, okay, you guys are all getting this hat.
Yeah. I love it, man. And there was some controversy around the side hit too, saying there's no pink in it. Who gives a shit, man? This thing is perfect the way it is. What are you going to put pink on there? Like, where are you going to do it? The cotton candy one sucks because it blends in too much to the cap.
Mm-hmm.
I think that what's beautiful about this one is it just completely just pops off the side of this hat.
And that subtle change too with the circle going red to pink really ties it all together. This
is probably my favorite Cubs logo. It just really works on this hat with that pink ring. I don't see how royal and black should not work like this, but it does. I don't know if it's that pink that sets it off or what, but I love this hat. It's great. Great work.
Me too.
Ooh.
So coming in at number 3 for me now, Jay Matz showed up in your top 10.
Yep.
He also shows up in mine. I didn't want to put Sammy in my own top 50, but the Red Wing Blackbirds. And I got to tell you, first of all, I'm a sucker for black with a red UV because I think it's just a tremendous combination. But dude, when I saw this logo right in the mock-ups, I was like, all right, this is perfectly symmetrical. I like that look. And I believe this is going to embroider well. And I got to be honest with you, I think it's the best embroidery work that they've had in Clink 2.0 so far. And that's saying a lot when you look at Sidekicks by Fairweather League, right? This thing is this to me is the sharpest, best looking cap of the bunch so far. It's incredible. And for those that missed out on this one, I'm sorry, you missed out on a classic.
Yeah, I mean, I skipped out on this. I'm like, okay, it's a Blackbird logo. That's great, whatever. But then I saw it when it started getting shipped and delivered to people, and I'm like, holy crap. I'm going to have to look twice again when I see a logo on Clink Room that I'm just like, okay about, because this thing turned out fantastic. The embroidery work is just insane.
It's rare that I call a logo powerful.
Yeah.
But it just looks powerful. Like when you get it in your hand and you look at the embroidery, you look at the detail, the colors and how they work together. It's powerful.
Yeah.
If I could go back in time, I'd double up on this.
I would definitely order it.
It's such an interesting logo because out of all the bird hats you ever see, you see them done in a million different poses, but never this pose.
Yeah.
It's crazy how he did it. The details and embroidery, top notch. And then they kind of gave you a little bit of a mulligan by including this in the X-ray.
And the X-ray is badass too.
Yeah. So they kind of like, I think, well, number one, they don't really retro stuff. So they gave you a chance to make up for your mistake by giving you a second chance of getting the hat, albeit not in the original form, but still. Great hat. How do you think this compares to the X-ray?
Oh, this is way better than the X-ray.
This is gonna be better. Yeah, this is gonna be better. I mean, this one you have more ability to kind of thicken that embroidery because of what's there.
Yeah,
because of the feathers. And this is what motivated me to reach out to Jay to talk about to make Sammy, because there was something about the symmetry and just how powerful it looked to me that I wanted to do something else with him specifically because of this hat. So this is clearly a great hat.
It is.
Yeah. That black and the red is in
and just that little hit of yellow too. Yeah. Just like
when I tell you guys there, when I was looking through everything, this was one hat I didn't even question whether or not it was gonna be in my top 5. There wasn't even a question. Wasn't even a question. This hat and the next two weren't even a question to me.
Ooh, Shaka.
Yeah, Shaka. So I want to say that normally I am not a fan of like Disney or Mickey Mouse licensed hats. But this one came out perfect to me. The colors pop. The undervisor, this picture doesn't do it justice because most of the undervisors I've seen have a lot more pink flowers in them. And then that Shaka hand, Mickey glove, the embroidery on it, it looks like the glove is sitting on the front of the hat. I was super pumped when I got this one in hand of just how great it looks in hand.
In hand of a hand.
In hand of a hand.
This is like the perfect vacation hat, you know.
Yep.
If you're taking your family to Disneyland or Disney World or whatever, or if you're going to vacation in Hawaii, this is like the hat you gotta take. The beach, beach hat with a sunset or something. I don't know. He really killed it with the it's like that neon blue with that pink, almost like that Miami Vice colorway, but it really works.
It does.
And then like what Jason said, the uniqueness of the undervisor, you're kind of rolling the dice. You kind of get what you get, but each hat is essentially different. So that's a pretty cool little touch.
Yeah, I ordered 2 of these, one for me and one for Big Unit, and our hats are way different just because of the undervisor itself. But love this hat.
Good stuff. Number 2. This is a hat I regret not getting, so I don't own it yet. I will one day though, because other stores have retroed it, and no whole opening up. Hopefully, I can catch a re-release or something. But the Green Eggs and Ham inaugural Diamondbacks. Manolo made a crazy like sweater to match this, and just made the L even worse in my eyes, because then it was like, damn, like this hat's getting like merch for it. But yeah, this one really kind of put me on. Pierre, talks nonstop about this inaugural patch, something about the copper too. Just the flawless hat. Yeah, I'm a dumbass because I don't own this hat, but I will one day. It will come to me. But what more can I say? This hat's a flawless hat.
Dude, the copper, purple, pink just all work so well against that dark green.
Every time I post mine, people are like, basically like, man, F off.
Because on the pre-order, they did the 01 patch, right? It wasn't even this one.
I think this is friends and family, right?
It was like in store or something. I don't even know. But
I don't even know how I got it, but I did.
Yeah. It might have been like really early too, in like the craze. People weren't really like paying attention. I definitely was not paying enough attention because I let this one slip through the cracks.
I was paying attention. I was paying attention.
One day.
I was trying to help you and others pay attention too, but no one was listening.
Yeah, we fucked up. It's a great hat, man.
This isn't my favorite Green Eggs and Ham though. No, but I mean, it's great. This is probably my number 2, but this is great, man. I mean,
I think it being released so long ago gets some extra points for me a little bit. That little nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow.
Something about it. One day though, I'll get it.
Oh, TJ. Yeah, I guess maybe I got it. So, all right. So this is probably the closest example of a perfect MLB fashion cap that you'll find. And it's got all the elements that I find just perfect about a hat. It's navy. That red cardinal just pops off the front. You've got that pink undervisor, which I think looks best with either black or navy. And it's got the gold in that 1964 World Series side patch. When I tell you this hat is probably one of my favorite hats in my entire collection, not just of this year, ever. This thing is it's perfect. It's a perfect cap. It's a 9.99 on a scale of 10. The next hat I show you is going to be a 10. But this right here is, gosh, man, I can't say enough about how beautiful this hat is. I'm not a Cardinals fan. But this cap to me is clearly one of the best hats of the year. I don't care who's making the list. If you're looking at this and you're thinking this isn't one of the best hats of the year, I don't know whose eyes you're looking with, because this is tremendous.
I remember getting a text message from you, and you were like, "Hey guys, I think I found the one," and it was this hat, and we were like, "What? Okay, cool." But over time, yeah, just shows that we're idiots, and you knew love at first sight, I guess, for you.
Well,
but I remember that day vividly.
I went to NoHo. I was up because the NoHo Hat Club store has 2 levels. In the top level, Justin was going through shipment, and I was up there with him, and he was showing me all of them. And the Colorado Rockies was one of them. Mm-hmm. He showed me that one. There's a bunch I got that day, but this one I was like, "That's the best one." He's like, "No. I think the Colorado one's better." I think the Colorado one's great. This is better though. There's something about this in its totality that's better than the Rockies one.
I don't even remember what I grabbed. I think you grabbed me like a green eggs and ham Yankees, maybe like a black with a blue under.
I was trying
Dodgers.
to get you guys to want this one, and no one would bite. and then it's funny because once you saw it, right? Once I took pictures of it, and you're like, "Oh shit, I made a mistake."
Yeah.
But great hat. That's my number 2.
Beautiful hat.
Number 1.
My number 1
side patch
this year has a side patch on it.
Oh, wow.
I like Pierre with the last one. When I saw this hat, I knew this was the one. I saw a few previews. Manolo was nice enough to share one with me, and I'm like, nope, this thing's gonna be mine. I don't care what it takes. So luckily I was able to grab this one. This is the only one I went for out of this entire pack. But I think for me personally, the peach undervisor is the undervisor of the year for me. I just love that peach color against that black. The copper in that side patch, the M on the front. This is a perfect hat. Absolutely.
This is the one that got away for me. I actually had this ordered and they canceled it. So
oh no,
it is what it is. Maybe one day we'll be reunited. But this one got away.
I have an extra one in 7 1/4.
Yeah, it won't work.
You stretch it or just sew another panel into it.
Yeah. Word on the street is there'll be some type of restock somewhere. So one day. Great hat.
I can't believe that's number 1, man. That's impressive.
Patch. There's no white panel to be found.
There was no white panels in the top 20, I don't think.
Jeez.
Oh wow.
You're spending way too much time with us.
Yeah. It's that peach for sure though. That peach though, man, makes it
nice.
My number 1 might have to do a lot with me missing Pierre's number 2. So I guess Styles is gonna be happy. Maybe Joey Greco, but I went with the icy blue Cardinals. This hat is now recently. I guess it's showing up in other stores too.
I just saw this at I think it was in Sports World.
Yeah, Sports World just released.
I was in there in the store and it was there.
Yeah, this hat's nasty. Between I think this with the Arizona and then the Atlanta that dropped at the same time. I think San Fran and Oakland. I think to me that was like the drop of the year.
No, there was Diamondbacks. This one.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
San Fran
and
Oakland.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
those 5.
Yeah.
And then Red Sox came like 3 weeks after. Yeah. But if you just take those like 6 hats, and those were the only hats you could buy in a year, I'd be like, that'd be it for me.
Well,
I don't know.
To be honest, like the San Francisco and the
Oakland were lacking.
Yeah, I mean they're just. I mean, I'm not gonna say they're lacking. They're just not like gonna. Wow.
They're not on this level.
Right? You know what would have been cool though? You know what would have been cool if the Oakland one was Stomper.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
That would have been a game. That would have been game over If you did the stomper that they did on the Northern Lights collection, if they threw that into here, oh my God, that would have been crazy.
Something about these dark hats with the icy blue. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's winter, and I'm like leaning towards these kind of hats more often. But yeah, I don't know. I think I might like icies over pinkies. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's tough. It's tough.
I agree with you, Leon. All these icy navy hats that they've done. The Red Sox one was gorgeous. This one, the Diamondbacks one, where they ice out that front logo. These are gorgeous hats. Absolutely.
Yep. Agreed.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah. All right. So my number one, listen, man, I've been talking a lot about this Leaders All-Star Game pack, and gosh, they didn't disappoint this year. You know, this one has all of the trademark Chicago landmarks, you know. It's got it all. I mean, when you think about it, it's got the John Hancock building, it's got the Navy Pier Ferris wheel, it's got an ode to the city flag with the stars there. It's got the train, the CTLL train in the middle. I mean, this has got everything.
Bean.
So,
Can't forget the
so
bean.
like, yeah, the bean. When you think about when you're looking for a cap that kind of encapsulates Chicago, you know, you've got it here. And that Bulls logo on the bottom, that iconic leader's wing. It's just like, it's incredible. It's an incredible hat. I mean, the embroidery spot on. Listen, this is number one, right? And I think some folks are gonna be like, why would you ever pick this as number one?
Yeah.
The details are what set this thing off. And it's coming from what I think is the best NBA All-Star Game fitted collection that I've seen. You know, and that's kind of where I'm at. You know, this thing is just a perfect cap in my eyes. There's a lot going on here, so it's got a little bit of a streetwear feel to it, but it's still an ode to a specific franchise and city. I don't know. This is my number one.
Yeah, we had to pull some strings, and shout out to Alex Mendoza, who was able to secure these hats for us. He's been buying from the Leaders guys for years, but they could have easily ran this hat in multiple colors. It would have done crazy. Black, powder blue, red.
Yeah.
To me, the camo is really, really different. I didn't rank it on my list because of the camo, but had this hat been in black or like a solid color, it would definitely would have hit my top 10. I still love this hat though. When I saw it, I knew I had to have it.
Yeah, and I think, listen, so you know, this is my top 50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my top 50, and you know, we've all had, I think, pretty eclectic lists, but for me, you know, this hat all throughout the year, this isn't just something I dreamed up like when I was making this list. All throughout the year, in my head, this is the number one cap of the year.
Yeah, this set the bar for you. Everything else is trying to catch up. Nothing past it.
Yeah, because you know what? I'm known as a team cap guy.
Yeah.
You know, like just a plain, you know, beautiful logo, maybe an alternate UV, great side patch. That's what I'm known for. But that's not that doesn't mean that was going to be my number one cap. There's not a lot of stuff like this out there, like what you're looking at right here, which makes it even more special to me. Yeah, so that's my number one, man. That's my number one.
It's a great hat. It's a great hat. Well, that was fun. Thank you to anyone who's watched the top 50 with us. Could be a yearly thing, might even be a quarterly thing. But yeah, it was really interesting to kind of go back and see how these hats kind of stand the test of time. There's obviously never going to be a perfect list with hats always dropping.
No, you
pre-ordering now, and
yeah, and you think to like some of these hat battles, right, that we were having and stuff, right? And we were hosting hat battles early on as we started our journey on Views from the Vault. But you think about some of these hats that we have here that we kind of laid out in our top 50. Those are hat battle hats, you know? So 5 years from now, when I'm almost 50 and Mead's almost 62, we'll be able to we'll be hat battling with some of these 50 hats,
Yeah.
But it's I do think we should probably do something like this monthly almost. Like we could do one of our shows and dedicate it to the top 10 of that month or something. We could do something like that. I think that would be
I
good.
think so.
I think that would be great, and then kind of culminate into something really big at the end of the year. But this was fun, man. I think let's do this if we could. What were you gonna say, Jason?
Nothing. It was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think what's next is we're gonna start to work on an award show that'll happen probably in the next couple of weeks, right? And then we got a lot of stuff coming up. We're gonna have I know Casey from Clink Room is gonna be back on.
Yep.
We're gonna have Sean Stay Fitted. If it's most likely going to be happening this Saturday. He's going to be live from Las Vegas. So
fantastic.
We'll spend some time with Sean. I know Leon, you've lined up some folks, and we got a lot of stuff coming, man. I think this has been fun, and I think it's going to be even more fun as we turn the calendar to 2021. Put this year behind us. What's great? COVID this was born of COVID.
Yeah.
So I think when you're looking for silver linings, right? We were all stuck in our houses. We were all doing this stuff. And this was one of the byproducts of being stuck in our homes was this, and I think it's been fun. And I want to thank both of you guys for kind of coming along on this journey with me. And it's been fantastic. I've really enjoyed it. And it's really put a silver lining to what could have been an otherwise pretty terrible year.
Yeah. As like unconnected as, we all may feel with people being locked down or, away from your families and all that stuff. I don't think the fit community has ever really been disconnected. If you see, there's a ton of guys that do this kind of stuff, whether it's on YouTube or IG Live. You see other people, doing the stuff. Reviews, unboxings. It's never really been this active. I think a lot of this show was born out of just trying to fill a void, just trying to just kind of lead the way in creating some content. I mean, I know it's crazy, but just to have 50 people kind of watch us live on a random Wednesday, we don't really miss shows. So shout out to everyone.
Yeah,
you guys keep us going. I love it.
Cool. Well, I think what better time now than to kind of call it a night. I know we've got to go into a planning session, so our work isn't done yet.
Yeah.
But I'd love to thank everyone for tuning in, spending some time with us. I'll post these to our respective to the Views from the Vault Instagram, and we'll post it to our respective Instagrams soon. We want to just give people a chance to kind of see it on YouTube first, and then we'll post those things up for you guys to kind of look at. But I encourage you to go on there, comment. If you disagree with my number one, let me know. I'd love to tell you why I don't care. But it's fun. It's fun having some debate every now and then in Instagram and other places like that. So, guys, I'll ask that Leon takes us out, and we'll see you all on Saturday.
Yeah. So make sure you guys are liking, reviewing, subscribing, doing all that good stuff. We'll be back on Saturday with Sean Stay Fitted. We'll be back with This Week in Cap.